Hi Twin Flames, hi Light Workers, this is Lisha and I'm. Thank you for joining me for another video. This video is just going to be a brief video on a topic that was introduced to me by my angels and Father Mama. And as you all know, I call God or Source Father Mama. So that's my term of endearment for Creator. I just wanted to let you guys know what was revealed to me today. It was very profound and eye-opening for me because it kind of explains some things that we experience on this twin flame journey. And it has to do with soul awakening, recognizing your soul, or soul, I should say soul recognition, recognizing your soul in your twin flame, as well as recognizing that you are a spiritual being and being able to use that as a dynamic force of energy within you to help you heal, to help you learn what your mission is all about, to help you become more intuitive, to help you do things that you probably never thought you would be doing now that you're on this journey. So it's going to be kind of like an introductory video to soul recognition and what kind of happens when you first meet your twin flame, because I know there are people out there who still have questions about what just happened, you know, what happened to me when I met my twin and what happened to them. And really, you know, it is a learning process that we go through, and we don't always know that we're twin flames when we first awaken. We don't even, like for me, for example, I didn't even know what a twin flame was or the word twin flame. So these things started to come to me later on in my Instagram feeds and in YouTube channels that I would find and stumble upon. And so it's just amazing how Source works, how Father Mama works to give us this information exactly at the right moment that we need it. And so hopefully this video will help someone out there who is kind of still in the beginning phases and wondering what is happening with me and what happened with my twin once they recognized who I was and once I recognized who they were. So I feel like we all go through this period of self kind of like a self-growth and learning who you are, a revelation, so to speak, of who you are as a spiritual being. When you first awaken, you might have even been doing things spiritually before you met your twin, studying about things, trying to figure things out about what life is all about. You might have had a notion to do things like research, you know, on different religions or different type of divinity practices or things like that. You know, you just may not have even realized why you were doing it at the time, but you were really beginning to be prepared for your twin. And this is what happened to me. I was with a karmic partner, but for some reason I was just so curious about learning more about higher consciousness and life and what it means to be here. And I was listening to a lot of gurus on YouTube and this was also by way of the karmic partner that I had in my life at the time. He was doing a lot of this research and it just kind of trickled over onto me because we were, you know, in the same living space together, and he would always have these videos on that were talking about you know, trying to become one with yourself, and really about, it was mostly about trying not to be a self at all. And you know, his videos that he was watching were more like erase the self, you know, and forget about everything and become a nothing, you know, become the void or whatever it is that, you know, people nowadays tend to go on these deep soul journeys to try to figure out who they are and try to become, you know, nothingness or whatever they want to call it, you know. And just honestly speaking, all of these different spiritual pathways are just leading you back to Father Mama, you know. And it's just a matter of what you feel is calling you. You know, we all have our callings. We all have things that awaken us to different belief systems, or to help us to actually unveil things that we thought we might have thought were true all along. But we start to learn, hey, this might not really be what I would consider truth now. This might just be another way of practicing, you know, getting by. And so you start to drop all those things that you learned in the past. You start to unlearn all of those other behaviors and religions and things like that, and you start to become more awake in on a spiritual level, and your third eye starts to open up, and you start to become more in tune with your psyche and your intuition. And this is where you start to hear and also see things that most people with their human mind and human eyes can't see or hear. So you really begin to open up new gifts that you never thought you had. And in my case, I had just forgotten that I was able to do these things as a child. I was able to talk to angels. I was able to, hear angels speaking to me and telling me things as a child. And I just forgot about it because of all the trauma that I went through. So once you are awakened, then you start to remember these gifts that you had. And in my case, it was my twin flame who awakened me to my gifts. So the main thing that I wanted to say in this video is it has to do with the chakras. Okay, so we all know that there are 7 main chakras that we learn about when we first start on this journey. There's actually 12. They talk about the other 5, which are the more spiritual chakras. And but I'm just going to deal with the 7 right now because this is what most people know. And this is what really gets activated with your Kundalini awakening once you get started on this journey. So my twin activated my Kundalini when I began to recognize who he was to me. I remembered that we had past lives together, and also we just had this, friendship, this bond that we always carried with us all throughout our lives. I just felt like I knew him all my life, and even though we had never met physically, and it's just the most amazing thing. You're going to have a sense of knowing about who your twin is and why they're in your life. Okay, and you're going to have to trust that knowing. That knowing is really what's leading you to source. That knowing is what's leading you to have a higher amount of knowledge that you're going to be able to utilize, and that will help to activate and awaken your intuition on a grander scale. So just know that when you start to experience things and you feel like they're just coming to you out of nowhere, these things are revelations. These things are being whispered to you in your ear by your angels. These things are being shown to you for a reason, and you need to take all of what you are shown and try to apply it to your daily life and try to apply it to your mission, because this is what's going to lead you down the path that's going to lead you home. Ultimately, home is your twin flame. You are each other's home. Okay, so you were born together in this universe. You were created at the same time, and you have one soul, and you were split into 2 different bodies when you incarnated here on earth. So this is why it's going to be important for you to trust that you know what's being done and what's happening during this process. So the 7 chakras, there's the root chakra, the sacral chakra, the solar plexus chakra, the heart chakra, the throat chakra, the third eye chakra, and then the crown chakra. Okay, so what I was explained today by Father and Mama is that your divine masculine has a more active crown chakra and root chakra. Okay, so the crown chakra in the masculine is awakened first, and then the root chakra, and then they may also have already had quite a bit of success with those chakras already. So you might have a masculine that's already real established, or kind of like popular or well known, or maybe he just has a really, really high intellect, very smart. He might have a really great job doing something on a engineering type of job, or he might just be really super duper smart and doing what he does. And then his root chakra might be activated already, because he might already have a firm sense of home, or when I say home, I mean like grounding. And he might already know, things about how to ground himself. He might already be doing those kind of things before you guys even met. So sometimes we already have these little inklings in our psyche and our mind before we even meet our twin, that we've been doing all along. And maybe you'd want to start a journal and jot some of these things down that you remember doing, like habitual things that you might have been doing, like going for walks barefoot, or going to the beach, or just things that you were always drawn to. These are things you just need to start writing down and learning about, because this is going to be whatever lights you up, is going to be whatever is going to help you become more full of love and light, and that you'll be able to share more with the world. Okay, so start a journal, start a daily journal, and just write down things that you're grateful for, or things that just made you happy that day, or what you experienced. I have like 5 or 6 journals, and I'm writing in kind of all of them, a little bit here and there, just trying to log everything, because I really feel I have a connection with writing that keeps me grounded. Okay, so writing can even be a way of staying grounded, because we tend to get in our heads a lot. We tend to start flying away. I'm a Pisces, so I know we can go there. We can go real deep real quick and get lost in those thoughts excuse me, and also just get so carried away with it that we can't seem to find our way back down to the ground. So writing is a way for me to help me do that. And I get these little tingling feelings in my root chakra when I talk about this, because it just, my angels telling me I'm on the right path. So when I tell you guys this stuff, just believe it. Okay, just know it's true, it's real, it's coming straight from source, straight from the angels, and it's a beautiful thing. So if you're the kind of person that has trouble staying grounded, start a journal. Start writing things down to help you remember who you are as a human with having a spiritual experience. Okay, so going back to the divine masculines. Okay, so they end up having a crown chakra and root chakra awakening in the beginning when they first meet you. Okay, you kind of trigger that in them. If they haven't already been doing those kind of things already with their intellect and their knowledge to try to make themselves more successful, then they probably are going to start at the point when they meet you. If they haven't already started to learn how to, do things, basic things like, gardening, or these are just examples. Okay, I'm not saying every masculine likes to garden, but if they like to be in nature, if they like to go take long walks, and if they like to start, just being outside a lot, this is something that is associated with their root chakra. And you might not know, why are they all of a sudden leaving just to go for a walk? Well, this is how they connect with nature. And this is how they end up, becoming more in tune with their own humanity and their own connection with Mother Earth. So these are things that you probably haven't been doing as a divine feminine. And if you have, maybe, you had more masculine energy at the time, or maybe you just were more awakened on that level too. You might have had your root chakra awakened as well, but it definitely is going to be more activated once you come into contact with your twin. So the masculine is kind of emanating from the crown out, okay, and also from the root down. So when they become awakened by the feminine, they first of all recognize her through their eyes, okay? They see her eyes, they see her, her essence in her eyes. The eyes are the windows to the soul. So they recognize you, and you recognize them, all by the eye contact. And that, for me, was, not even physical, because I had to go off of a picture online that I saw of my twin, because I haven't met my twin physically yet. But the picture had him in his face and his eyes. And so this was how I was able to recognize him. And it's so crazy that you can actually do this with a photo, but it's true. If you see a photo of your twin flame and you've never met them before, and you just automatically start feeling connected to this person and start having visions about having past lives with them, or having, had a whole relationship with them at one point, then these are signs that this is probably your twin flame. Okay, so nobody else does this for you. Okay, no one else's picture is going to do that for you. I'm sorry, but you might look at it and you might say, oh, they're cute, but they're not going to make you cause you to have a super duper shift in your consciousness and spiritual awakening, okay? Which is what happened with me. So I know you guys can relate to this, because you're already twin flames. You already accept that you are, so this happened. And so just stick with me on this. So the masculine emanates from the crown out, and then from the root down into the earth. And the divine feminine is activated by the masculine in a way where she activates her heart chakra first. Okay, so the heart chakra becomes awakened, and it starts to activate more and more and more. This is why you feel that sudden, overwhelmingly, I call them the love bubbles, or the all those tingling feelings that you started having. It just comes right from the heart. it starts waking up right away. You know, this is the first thing that we go through, is that heart awakening. We might have those pains in our chest. We might have palpitations. We might have, you know, sudden butterfly effect or rush of blood, seems like, you know, to that area where you just feel all awoke, and just kind of like, you know, you might even have those warm feelings too, where you just feel so like much like warmth is radiating out of you, out of your chest. That's your heart chakra being activated. And your twin is doing that. He's activating that in you. And for me, you know, before I met my twin, I was in a state where as I was really, really kind of like turned off in my heart space. You know, a lot of us, we've been through so much, our heart space has been turned off because we shut it off a long time ago. So when you meet your twin, they reactivate that in you. They reactivate that most delicate part of you, which is your heart. And you start to open up to more loving things. You start becoming more in tune with people and their feelings. You start to see that people are actually, you start to have more compassion, I would say. That's the first thing the feminine starts to feel, is compassion. Compassion on a greater scale. And it's a beautiful thing because you start to have more patience. You start to have more of a warmth and more understanding. You know, love and understanding go hand in hand. And so when you're starting to feel those things, you know, you can really rest assured your heart chakra is awakening, okay? If you all of a sudden just start feeling sensitive about everything and you start to wonder why, it's because your heart chakra is awakening. You know, I went through a period where I was, you know, just not wanting to crush a bug. You know, I just didn't want to do anything that would harm anything. You know, that's part of your heart chakra awakening too, because you start to feel compassion for even the littlest thing, like the littlest ant. You know, I've had times where I've been in my apartment and I have found a spider and I just capture it and put it outside. You know, I don't crush it because it would hurt me. You know, we just become so much in tune with the little things, with everything that has, you know, life in it. You know, we just don't want to hurt that anymore, you know. And if you haven't been told this before, it's because not everybody is saying these kind of things out there in YouTube land, okay? So this is why I'm so happy to express this new perspective for you guys to help you become aware of what's happening with you. Okay, so like I was saying, the divine masculine, he's got his, you know, his intellectual things going on. He's probably in his headspace trying to figure out how he's going to make this work with you. And he's going through all these things all over his mind. He's just always in his head, okay? So that's his headspace he's in. And it's hard for you to get through to him because you're not really connecting yet, because you're still in your heart space, whereas he's up here and down here. Remember what I said? He's more connected to his crown chakra and his root chakra. So you guys are going to have to become separated for a while so that you can also activate your crown chakra, third eye chakra, throat chakra, your solar plexus, your sacral, and your root, okay? So this is what starts happening. You guys start to kind of like wake each other up to the fact that you need more work done, okay? It's kind of like knowing you need a tune-up and you just have to go do it on your own separately. You can't make them do it for you. You can't expect them to teach it to you. You just got to go do the work, okay? So this is all about healing your chakras, okay? And like I said, the feminine is coming from her heart space and emanating that out. So we're coming out this way with our love and our energy that has, you know, connected with our masculine too. So the masculine has started to feel this from you, but they don't know why, that it's so strong and so profound. They just feel like, okay, what is going on with me? Why am I feeling this in my chest all of a sudden? Okay, so when you activate them, you're activating their heart chakra, and they don't realize that at first. But when they activate you, they're activating your crown chakra and your root chakra. So you don't realize that either. And so you guys just start to be like, what is going on? You know, you're coming from two different spaces, okay? You're coming from two different sets of experiences. So you really can't blame them for running or you being the chaser, because it's just naturally what happens in order for you guys to grow. So they have to do their thing, whereas they can go away and open up their heart chakra, because if they have to get to a point where they open up to your love, okay, and you have to get to a point where you are trusting of your divine masculine and all of the things that he knows how to do, right? He knows exactly what he wants. Your divine masculine knows what he wants. And when I say he, this is not like, pronouns and all that is just interchangeable when it comes to people, because this is divine masculine energy and divine masculine, divine feminine energy. This is not he or she stuff. Okay, so if I say divine masculine, it could be a male or a female. If I say divine feminine, it could be a male or a female also, depending on your energies. And if you know now what I'm talking about as far as whether your root chakra or your crown chakra was activated first, you're the divine masculine. If your heart chakra was activated first, you're the divine feminine. Okay, so getting back to that, so we're emanating it from the heart chakra out. The divine masculine's emanating it from his energy from the crown chakra up and the root chakra down. So when we feel that energy going to us, it starts to scare us too, because we're like, am I going crazy? Am I having these thoughts? Why am I having these thoughts? What is going on? You know that feeling, right? We've all been there, because he awakens your mind. Okay? He awakens your mind, and he starts to show you intuitively who you are as a higher spiritual being. He starts to help you remember that you are a spiritual person who has a high intellect as well, who is very capable of remembering things from past lives, things that you, opening up your gifts, reopening them up, being able to really understand, and be clairaudient and clairvoyant. You're automatically drawn to divinity tools, things that are helping you with connect with source. So this is why these things happen. Your divine masculine has activated your crown chakra and your root chakra. So then you might want to go more out in nature. You might start feeling like it's okay for you to go outside without having somebody with you. Because I remember I used to be scared to go outdoors without a person with me. I would never do that. Okay, I never went to a park by myself really, or took a walk, just did things like that. But once you are awakened by your masculine's energy, you start doing those things, right? So all of a sudden, here I am going to the beach almost every week because I love it now, and I can connect with the beach in a way that it helps ground me. So I'm always there. You guys are going to probably see more beach videos soon. So this is what's beautiful about connecting with your masculine. And just think, if you hadn't connected with them, even though you might be in separation right now, and you might not know where they are, or they might have blocked you, they might have, stopped talking to you, or ghosted you, be like this, okay? Think like this. If I hadn't met my divine masculine, would I be going and doing these things that I'm doing now? Would I be thinking about starting a new business, or thinking about, how I can better relationships with my family? Would I be trying to plan for my future and have, thinking about having a family, if you don't already have one, or how you can better things with your family? You never know what is going to come from these connections until it happens. So just be thankful. Even if you feel like, oh, they're never coming back, I'm not going to see them again. Those are all feelings of fear that are going to, come into your mind, and doubts that are going to come into your mind at times. But just try to erase those as much as possible, because what you're here to do at this time during separation is really work on yourself, fall more in love with yourself. And remember, in the last video I just made, pain is your catapult to a greater and deeper self-love. So realize that is what's happening with you, okay? The pain is leading you to go research all of those things on self-love, on twin flames, on your chakras, on the journey. So these are the beautiful things that come as a result of having separation. And so, like I said, if you hadn't been in that situation, you wouldn't even be researching these things or doing these things. So be thankful. Gratitude is always the best attitude in this journey, because it's going to really take you farther than being depressed or down, or just kind of being negative. Okay, so I hope this is helping you guys. This was just a really great revelation for me, because I always kind of wondered, why is my divine masculine, not connecting with me on my heart space yet? It's because You are the one that got activated in your heart space. They ran because it was too much for them. Your heart space was just so beautiful, so powerful. And that's kind of why I'm wearing this color green, because green is representative of your heart chakra. You were activated there first, and they are kind of like overwhelmed by that. And then likewise, they activated your root chakra and your crown chakra, and you kind of like, what's going on with me? So embrace these things, while you're apart. Embrace everything. Start to heal all of your chakras. Start to do meditations that will get you in tune with them and start to have them healing throughout your body, because the Kundalini awakening is real. Okay, you're going to experience it from the base of your spine and going all the way up to your head, which is your crown chakra. This is what is happening. You're getting activated one by one with each of these chakras. They're going up, and you're going to get to that higher one. And then once you are aware of all of the 7 chakras being healed, your other 5 ones that are up here are going to start getting activated too. And that's another whole topic, because I'm not an expert in this, but I just wanted to share this with you because, it's such an amazing revelation for me to know, exactly why my twin ran, and like I said, as soon as they start to open up to you through healing their heart chakra, which is healing their inner child, healing any pain that they've gone through from loss, having lost someone who they really cared about, or a parent maybe, or someone. You never know what might have caused them to shut their heart down. You know what caused you to shut your heart down. So all that was awakened back in you. So when you dealt with the pain, you were able to get over it and start to move forward and start to realize, time heals all wounds. Okay, so as long as you're doing the work, as long as you're really researching what you can do to keep yourself grounded and keep yourself more awake and happy every day, then that's going to help you on your journey as well. Okay, so once you are able to accept what's happening to you on all levels of your chakra system, then you're going to start to feel more powerful. You're going to start to feel like the Empress. Okay, so it's just the chills again. Okay, these are the angels telling me all this stuff, because I don't know how to explain all this on my own. I asked for help before I started, because I was like, I don't know how to say this to people. I don't know what's going on here. They're like, trust us, we'll help you talk about it. And this is exactly what happened. And this is why when your angels start talking through you, that's your throat chakra healing too. So let's just go through the chakras again, and go through things that might happen to you on your journey that you never knew was going on, but this is what happens. So we just talked about the root chakra being activated. You want to go outside more in nature. You want to walk barefoot. You want to do things that are going to help you feel at one with Mother Earth. Okay, you start to really be in tune with your senses. You start to feel safe. Okay, that's another big thing. Okay, your root chakra helps you to feel safe. And as females, I would say this is one thing I do know. A lot of times we don't feel safe, and we don't feel safe doing things on our own. But you're going to start realizing, hey, I can actually go places by myself. I can do things on my own and not feel scared, right? Go to the movies by yourself. I've done this many times now. Go out to dinner and treat yourself. Okay, do things by yourself that make you happy. And just have faith that your angels are there watching you and protecting you. If you feel scared at any point, call on Archangel Michael. He's there to help protect you. All right. And then, okay, going from the root chakra, we have next the sacral chakra. Now, this is where all of your sexual energy is, all of your reproduction, and all of the things that help you with your sex. Okay, so your feminine energy and your masculine energy, they both have sexual energies in the sacral chakra, and you're going to start feeling a lot more appealing. And this is not just for people out there to know. This is for you to know about yourself, why you're becoming more attracted to your own self. You're becoming more sexually attracted because you know that you have sexual power, and sexual power is healing power and healing energy. Okay, and as a divine feminine, that's what has attracted your masculine to you. And it's funny because the divine masculines get hit like a truck. Okay, when they when they see you, they get hit hard like a truck, just whammed, smacked right into them. and they just don't know what hit them. Okay, so it's funny because my masculine was even asking me, "Why are you so cute?" And that's like a compliment because they just don't know what made you so attractive to them, but it's there, and the same thing happens with you. You're attracted to them too, and that energy is going to start to come to you in astral projection, and you're going to be able to feel their presence with you, and you're going to be able to do things that will stimulate you. Okay, so just know this is natural. Okay, don't be scared of it. We've all been taught things in the past that were say that these energies are naughty and things that we shouldn't be doing. Don't think about it like that. You have to unlearn everything and start to realize that you are a sexual being. You are a powerful being. You are a woman. You are a man who has sexual energy that you need to release, and you need to help to send that energy to your twin, because they're going to be wanting it from you and you're going to be wanting it from them. So just let it go. Let it flow out of you in a way where it's beautiful to you, where you don't feel ashamed of it, because it's going to help you to realize and recognize who you are as a human. Okay, because we all have these energies within us, and as a spiritual being, because these are not bad energies. Okay, these are just natural energies to us. We're humans having a spiritual experience, and sexuality is a very spiritual experience. And once you learn how to harness that sexual energy in such a way where it is shared between you and your twin only, and not just divvied up to everyone that you feel like needs it, then you're going to feel better about yourself as a connected, as a unified connection. You and your twin are husband and wife in the spirit world. Okay, you're already husband and wife. That's one of the things I asked Archangel Michael in the session that I told you guys I had with this lovely couple under the name Archangel Hypnosis. And I'll put the link in the description box again if you guys want to book a session with them, because it's a very eye-opening experience. But he confirmed that yes, twin flames are husband and wife on the higher. Okay, so you're not ever going to be happy with anyone else. And this is why that energy from him is coming to you, and your energy is going to him. You have this cord between you guys that are keeping you connected. No matter if you're with someone else or with a karmic partner, you might be intimate with that person, but it's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same feeling as being intimate with your twin. So just know that. And just know also that get rid of all these rumors about, infidelity, and about, not having a way to, be clean or pure. You are innocent, okay, on this journey. Just know that, okay? And even if you're with a karmic partner and you've been with them and you're still with them, and you learn who your twin flame is, just know that the angels are helping to guide you back to home, which is your twin flame. Okay, remember I said twin flame? Your twin flame is your home. They are the ones that incarnated here with you. Why wouldn't you want to be with them? I know that it might be like, okay, well, because he did this, and this. Okay, yeah, well, you did some things too, and you've done some things that hurt them too. So don't worry about that. You guys have to get to a point of forgiveness. You're both learning on this journey, and nothing you do is meant to hurt each other. That's what you got to get to the point where you understand. Nothing that you're doing is meant to hurt you guys. It's just a learning experience. It might come across in your ego as a blow, okay? And there are things that will happen that will make you not happy, but it's just an ego standpoint that you have to get over, okay? Because spiritually speaking, you guys went through this for a reason. You signed up for this. Like I said, you guys both signed up for this before you came here. And so I think I'm going to start something where I have some merch that says I signed up for this as a twin flame, because I think that would be great merch to have. So anyway, okay, we got through the sacral chakra, and I hope you guys have a better understanding of what's happening with you there. And your twins feeling that too, wherever they are. Doesn't matter if they're on the opposite side of the globe. My twin is on the other side of the country, but we still feel that stuff strong as you know what. So it's amazing. It's beautiful. And don't ever let anyone make you feel bad about it. Because even if you're with a karmic partner and they make you feel bad, hey, you know what? Those feelings are yours. They're yours to have. They're rightfully yours, because as a spiritual being, you guys are husband and wife on the higher, and you need to learn that there's no one that's going to make you happier than your twin in the end, okay? Once you guys work all these problems out, there's nobody that can make you happier than your twin. So, sorry, but that karmic partner, you need to free them up at some point, because they got somebody else that might be waiting for them somewhere. They might be a twin flame that you just don't even know that they have somebody else waiting for them that's probably suffering because they're not with their own twin. All right, so just think about that. What if you're keeping this karmic person from being with someone that's better for them? Okay, no matter whether you had kids or not, or you're together and you might have a business together, you might have investments and all that. Is it worth it to stay in this relationship when you know it's not working? You got to ask yourself these kind of hard questions, because these are the questions that are going to come up. That energy that's in your sacral chakra that is meant for your twin is going to make you more successful and more happy, more satisfied, on a sexual level when you're using it with the right person, and that is your twin. Okay, all right, so enough about that chakra. So next is the solar plexus chakra. So the plexus chakra is where you start to feel the butterflies in the stomach. That's where that saying comes from. And also just having issues with feeling also satisfied, because it has to do with satiety, hunger. Your digestion is a part of this this solar plexus chakra. So if you're having digestive issues, irritable bowel syndrome, if you're having problems, just all kind of irritable problems with your bowels and everything like that, then these are reasons why your solar plexus chakra isn't healed. And I know from firsthand experience that this is the case, because I had all kind of issues with my bowels that weren't being cleared up. They cause you to have breakouts. They cause you to have, acne. They cause you to have so many things that are going on because you're not cleansing out all that junk in your system, all those toxins. So once you start healing your solar plexus, you're going to start feeling better, and your gut is going to start feeling better too. You're going to heal all of that. And it also is going to open up your power to feel more like you have control over your finances, over your well-being, over your overall health, because your gut health is really a real big part of your whole overall wellness, on physical human level. So if your gut is not healed, if you are having all these problems with your gut, then you're going to really see all these things, like halitosis, and which is bad breath if you don't know. And these things are going to be happening with you, and you're not going to understand why is this always happening? I can't get rid of this odor. I can't get rid of this, this itchy feeling on my skin. I can't get rid of this acne. It's because you're not healed in your solar plexus, okay? And once you start healing that and start learning how to eat things that are going to make you use the bathroom regularly, eliminate all that waste regularly, you're going to start eliminating toxins out of your body that have been there for years, okay? And waste that's been there for years. So your solar plexus chakra, that healing process can be done, when you research more on that, you're going to find what works best for you, because you're going to end up being your own doctor, okay? Because your angels are going to help you learn how to treat yourself. And you're going to understand that sometimes the doctors won't have the answers or the best remedy for you, or they'll want to put you on a bunch of medicine, but that's not what your angels are going to guide you to do. They're going to guide you to eat healthier. They're going to guide you to the right things to take for your own health. And things started coming to me naturally. Like I told you guys, I had a little bit of anemia, and I had to eat a little bit of meat. I was trying to go vegetarian for a long time, but my angels told me you got to eat some meat. You have to eat a little bit because you're too low on iron, and I was about to faint a lot. So I know there's ways to do this as a vegetarian as well to keep your protein levels and your iron levels high. But in my case, I had to go back to eating some meat for my own health reasons, but I chose to cut out all pork. So that was one of my things that I sacrificed, was pork. I eat a lot of fish. I eat a lot of chicken. I eat red meat sometimes, not a lot, but these are things that help me with my protein and iron levels, okay? And I do try to eat a lot of vegetables and fruits too, and I feel much healthier. And most of the time, I don't even need a lot of meat, but it's just the fact that it needs to come, and I need to eat it when I feel like it. So you're gonna go based on what you feel and what your body craves, okay? So don't be afraid if you're hearing things that say, eat this or eat that, or you're like, why? Just do it because it's probably your angels telling you what's the best thing for you. Okay, and like I said, you're going to feel more overall health and wellness when this chakra is healed and aligned, and you're going to feel more calm and relaxed. You're not going to have all those anxieties and things like that, because your gut holds a lot of it's actually, it has a lot of memory. It holds a lot of traumas too, from past lives and from your past as a child. You might have really been scared to use the bathroom when you were a child because you had gone through some traumas that made you afraid to do that. A lot of kids I've noticed, I work in retail, and I get to see or witness, a lot of things, even just going to the restroom, I'll just hear things, kids just screaming because they don't want to use the bathroom. They have this fear. So they want to hold it in, and that's not healthy. Our kids, they have to learn that they need to release these things so that they can feel better and that they can have a more safe and peaceful feeling inside of them. And also so that they don't, end up causing more damage to their physical body. So these are things that we do as, a twin flame on this journey to heal our inner child as well, because you might have been that way as a child, or you might have had, some experiences that trigger you while you're around other people. When you see stuff like that happening, and it, you kind of jolts you and makes you remember, oh my God, I used to be like that. Oh my God, that makes me feel so bad because I know what they're going through. You just end up having that compassion. Like I said, that's the compassion part of you that's being activated, which leads me on into your heart chakra. Okay. When you heal your heart chakra, you start having that compassion on a grander scale. You start having love for others. You start wanting to help others and give to others, and especially children, because you've been where they are, and you know that they might be suffering, and so you have a desire to want to help in any way you can. And even if you don't want to have children, you can still help other children, or you can still help. Maybe you have an affinity to help older people, because you see them as not having enough help, So you start helping older people. You might feel connected with them. You might be a caretaker or in a hospice and work as a hospice caretaker, and you might help people transition into the next life, because that might be your gift. Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. If you are one of those people who can do that, that is amazing. If you can be there for people when they are transitioning into the other world, into their next life. That's a beautiful thing. Not everybody's cut out for that. So just know that there's so many different ways to show compassion on this journey. It doesn't have to be one way. It doesn't have to be one type of, thing. I always thought I was going to end up being a missionary and going to Africa when I was growing up. I always had this idea that I was going to go to Africa. And sure enough, my twin wants to go to Africa with me. So isn't it amazing? This is why I say start journaling, start remembering all those things that you were naturally drawn to as a child, learn about it, see if it relates to you now, and see how you can use that to kind of further your experience on this journey. Okay, so that's the compassionate part of you, the heart chakra. Throat chakra. Okay, so when you start to heal your throat chakra, you're going to start feeling more confident when you start speaking to people about your journey, about things that are happening in your life. You're going to start naturally being able to talk freely, okay? Because when your throat chakra is not healed, you get closed up. You can't, and choked up. You can't talk really well, and this is one of the things that I'm doing. This channel is helping me to heal my throat chakra, because it's helping me to be able to talk about my journey to you guys. It doesn't matter if you mess up, or if you stumble on your words, or if you stutter. If you have a problem with speech and you stutter, or you have a lisp or something like that, don't worry about it. That's their problem. If people are going to judge you for that, that's not your problem. You are going to say your message one way or another, and that's what you're going to learn on this journey. Your angels are going to help you to get the message out there one way or another. If you don't feel comfortable talking, then write it down. Start writing poems, writing songs, start writing a blog, journaling. All these things will help you with your throat chakra. It's not just about speaking it out all the time. It's about communicating with your throat chakra, and with your tools that you have at your disposal, with your pen, paper, not the iPhone or the phone, not typing it on the phone, which can be helpful. You have to do that with your texting, but texting is not always the best way. As you know, things can get misconstrued while you're texting your twin even, and you guys start arguments when things weren't even meant to be, you know, said that way. And you just, text messages are not always the best, okay? So you got to start doing things. I just showed my twin today that I have been writing him letters on a daily basis. Not every day, but I've been trying to write him letters, and I showed him that. I sent a screenshot, or a picture of the letter that I have been writing to him each day on my journal. And he was so touched by it because he didn't know that I was doing this every day. And this is what goes on, when you're in separation, you start feeling, you're longing for your twin and you missed him. Write a letter to him. Have a separate journal just to write letters and messages to your twin. Date it, so you'll know when the date was, so you can look back on it in a year later, or months later and down the line when you want to look back on it and see just how much things have happened. So here's another thing. I have an angel journal. I have an angel journal where I talk to my angels and I ask them for help. And I get specific with it, because you really do, if you're manifesting things in your life, you want to get specific with what you want so that your angels know what they can help you with, okay? And remember, angels want you to communicate with them regularly, whether you say it out loud or whether you write it down and journal it. You just need to start doing something that will communicate to your angels what you want and need. So I have an angel journal. I have a diary that I write into letters to my twin. I have a grateful journal, thankfulness journal, and then I have my music that I write in another journal. These are all the journals I'll tell you guys I have. And I have a dream journal. So the dream journal is really important too, because you definitely are going to start dreaming more. And we're getting to the crown chakra. I skipped, I'm at the throat chakra now, but I'm going to talk about the third eye chakra in a little bit. And then your crown chakra is going to be what we'll talk about last. But the dream journal is going to be, helpful for you to remember your dreams. And you're going to see amazing things happen in your dreams when you're on this journey. And I can't tell you guys how many beautiful dreams. You're going to have some scary ones too, or some that just kind of rattle you a bit. That's normal. But just write them down anyway, as much as you can remember, because it helps you to kind of learn things along the way. You're going to get revelations along the way, and signs and synchronicities and all that are going to come to you that are going to help you understand more about who you are as a spiritual being. Okay, so that's the throat chakra. And then the third eye chakra is where you are more connected with your intuition, okay, and your ability to see things that are beyond the human eye. Okay, I had an experience recently where Father and Mama told me to draw a picture of myself, and in the middle of my forehead, he wanted me to draw an eye and make it a green eye pupil. So green, again, the color green is associated with the heart chakra and healing. My third eye was, symbolic of having that compassion when your intuition tells you that you have a greater calling here to help people. Okay, so that's for me. But your intuition and your third eye is going to be specific to you, whatever that is leading you to do, whether you're psychic, whether you have the ability to talk to angels, whether you have the ability to channel spirits, or you're good with tarot cards, or you're good at, just doing spells, whatever it is, magic. Nobody's here to judge you for whatever you are able to do, because if it is your gift, it is your gift, okay? I don't say anything bad about anyone who has a gift spiritually, because I believe that our spiritual gifts are helping aid us along this journey to help others that are in desperate need of, some understanding and some care. Because, yes, we all have our ways of handling this journey. And if you've been one of those that like to go and get tarot readings, that's really good, for you. But maybe not the next person wants to do that. So never judge anybody else for their choice of what they want to do to kind of further along their process, because, you're going to meet different people who do different things. And I've seen so many criticisms about what people do on this journey, and it's not even necessary. We need to all support one another as much as we can on this journey. And our gifts are our gifts. Our intuition is specifically designed to help us, not, to help us to further along on our path. So So, you have to stop judging. You have to stop being, critical of others, work. No matter what it is. Like I told you guys, the couple that I know that channels Archangel Michael, people, I see people write comments, about it because they don't understand. And, if you don't understand, that's fine, but don't criticize or put down someone else because you don't understand what they're doing. Okay, just know that. And hopefully this will help you to just continue whatever it is that you started along this pathway, because you are definitely being guided by your angels to do things, and you know what they are. I can't tell you what they are because I don't know you, but I do know that you know that what they are. And so just be reassured that we are all in this together, and we all have specific gifts, and your gift is going to help someone who needs it most. Okay, so your third eye chakra is specifically designed to help you open up to your intuition. Okay, and crown chakra being the last one, it's going to help you with your decision making. It's going to help you tap into source much more quickly. You're going to be able to channel your love from source directly through your crown chakra. You're going to have ideas, new ideas that come to you just naturally. You're going to hear things. You might even, for me, I experience things on a heavenly realm sometimes. I actually have shamanic experiences where I go into the higher and I'm actually in heaven and I'm seeing all these beautiful things. My gosh, chills again. Okay, so I know I'm on the right path. And when you experience these things for yourself, then you'll know this is specific for you. Okay, and whatever that may be, you might have the ability to channel spirits that have crossed over, the dead. So, and you might know how to speak to them, and they might speak to you and ask you for help. That's another major thing a lot of us have a gift for. So, your crown chakra is going to help you to understand the spirit world and to know exactly where you fit in. Okay, that's the main thing. It's going to help you know where you fit in and how you can best access the higher realm for your own mission. Okay, so all of these chakras have something important to share with you on your journey. Start to reach out and connect with each of them. And I'm going to put, okay, so here's where the music comes in, because I haven't talked about music this whole time, but this video is getting longer and longer, and and I'm about to end it right now. But there is a group called Beautiful Chorus that has a album called, I think it's called Resonance. I'm going to put it in the description box below. But it goes to every chakra, and I have been using this for 2 years now, since the pandemic, started. I discovered them on Instagram, and they had a new song that they had come out with at the time called Rise Up, and it was a beautiful chant. They sing a cappella, and they chant these melodies regularly and repeatedly, and so it gives you a chance to really sink them in as affirmations. And the beautiful messages that they have are just so profound. And so in this one album, they actually have a melody for each chakra, okay, starting with your root chakra, and you go all the way through it. And I was listening to that on a daily basis to help heal my 7 chakras. And each of them is, like I said, they sing a cappella, and they have, I think they have some singing bowls in the background too, because it's just so beautiful, the melody, and it's calm and soothing, and helps you to really focus on healing. Okay, so I'm going to put that in the description box below and let you guys check that out, because it really is helpful. Okay, and all their music is helpful. I use so many of their affirmations, and they are so beautiful. They're just melodies that are so beautiful to listen to, and just relaxes your body. They help you to breathe. They help you to remember to take time out for yourself and meditate. So I'm going to put their information down below. Okay, guys, I hope this helped you. I just feel so happy when I talk about this stuff. And that's why I'm like getting so much more joy out of it each time. I know they're long. I'm sorry about that, but as soon as I get to the point where I can kind of put this information into smaller portions, I will do that. But right now, the angels are just telling me to talk freely about it, and to let them guide me And as I get better and better at this, you guys are going to see the videos improve and, see more exciting things. And hopefully we're going to start doing some collabs with other twin flames. And I have some twin flames in union that I've met that want to collab with me. So hang tight. We got some more great content coming for you. All right. Thank you guys so much. I love you all. I'm sending you all so much love and light right now. Peace and blessings. I hope you feel the warmth coming from my heart chakra to you. Have a wonderful day and a blessed week.